Welcome to Brown's Neighborhood, where Daniel Butchie Brown is the host. Welcome to Brown's Neighborhood. This is Daniel Butchie Brown, back at the neighborhood again. We got a youngster that come off the east side. His name is Thaddeus. Thaddeus, what's your last name?
Dawson.
Thaddeus Dawson. We gonna find out about Thaddeus, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know if it's good or bad, but we gonna find out what Thaddeus been up to.
Not much.
Yeah, you been up to something.
Not much good.
Not much good?
No, not much good.
Why not?
Because you need opportunity to do good.
Okay, well, let's see what opportunities you had in the neighborhood. You grew up on 83rd.
83rd of May Avenue.
Were you born over there?
Born and raised.
You was born on 83rd?
Born and raised.
On 83rd and May Avenue? What? How many brothers and sisters you got, man?
I got 5 brothers and it was 5 boys and 1 girl, so I got 4 brothers and 1 sister.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Growing up as a little boy, did you run up on them railroad tracks?
Yeah, we stayed on the railroad tracks. We lived 1 house away from them.
Is that right?
And we on the dead end, so, you know, we stayed on the railroad tracks. Big wheels coming down the railroad tracks. The train going by, putting rocks on the quarters on the railroad tracks, see how much they smash them. Yeah, we did. We see the cowboys coming from Compton.
Is that right?
On the railroad tracks. This was before the metro. They had the metro.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What elementary you went to?
I went to Russell Elementary.
Did your mama walk you to school, or you went on your own?
My brother walked me to school.
Oh, he walked you? How old is your brother older than you?
My brother's 6 years older than me.
Oh, is that right?
So he was in the 6th grade. I was in kindergarten or something like that, or first.
So
grade.
when did you start learning to walk to school by yourself?
Probably when I was like 8.
About 8?
Yeah.
Well, when did I get to know you? How old was it when I got to know you?
I was probably like 5 or 6. Kids was clowning me because I didn't know how to tie my shoe correctly. And we was behind your mama house, in front of your house, in the middle part, right there.
Well, what in the world would you be doing over there? Ain't nobody your age.
No, my brother, I'm tagging along with my brother. They play football on your street with the boys down the street from you.
Okay.
And you used to go out and watch them sometime, but we used to sit right by your mama house.
Right.
Because that was where one of the touchdowns was.
Oh, okay.
So I was tagging along with my brothers, and they was clowning me, and you said something. You don't know how to tie your shoe, little man? I give you $5. You could tie it right now. I tied my shoe. He's like, but it was unorthodox. I had one loop, and I had to take one string and stick it into the loop so it could be a double bunny knot, however they do it.
And you figured it out in one day?
Yeah, I knew how to tie my shoe, but I just tied it different. You said, no, he just know how to tie it different. So they kind of got off me once they saw you give me approval. From then on, I always kind of like looked at you as like a father figure because there was no father figure in my house.
It wasn't?
No, there was no father figure in my house. My granny was raising me, my brothers, some cousins. And there was uncles, but they weren't father figure.
So how often was you on 85th, you know?
Shit, once that day about the shoe time, I stayed on that street, tried to go over there every day with my brother, because that's where he'd always be.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And you was little?
I was little.
Were you bad?
Back then, I don't believe I was bad. I was just troubled.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
How could you be troubled at 6 years old?
Getting abused.
And how was you getting abused?
Beat by uncles and aunties because I look like my mama.
And they gonna beat you for that?
Yeah, that's what we used to get beat for. That's what me and my oldest brother used to get beat for, yeah.
Because you look like your mother?
Yeah. They didn't like my mama. For some reason, they had some inner family shit going on when we was kids, and they didn't like each other or despise my mama in some way, somehow, some form, some fashion, but I just felt the
And little as you were, they were whooping your butt?
Yeah, water hoses, snitching cords, all kind of shit. I got tied up like a slave one time.
Man, come on, man. They ain't gonna do that to you little as you were. You was like a little muscle kid.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I was a small kid. I
Right,
wasn't
right.
big when I was small. Wasn't big as a kid. I was a
And
little
they'll
bitty
whoop
thing.
you just for looking like your mama.
Yeah, for
Or
looking
were
like
you
my
being bad, Daddy?
No, I did bad shit. Don't get me wrong, I did bad shit. But there was times like when my grandmother got some money stolen one time from somebody, and I got blamed for it because I used to steal. I used to go in the stores, but I never stole nothing from my granny. No black people, nothing like that. I was breaking into people's houses, but none of them was black. You know what I
You
mean?
was breaking in their house.
Yeah, man. Once my brother put me through a window, man, I was on. That was it.
How old were you when you went in the house?
About 6. He told me to go. He put me in the window. Go open the window. Once that was it, that was it.
At 6?
At 6, I just went open the window. He told me to go home, and once I went home, he came and brought me all kind of candy. I'm like, okay, I get candy going in the house.
Man, at 6.
Yeah, man, I was in juvenile hall when I was 8 years old.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was in juvenile hall when I was 8 years
For
old.
what?
I got molested by one of my brothers, and I didn't.
By one of your own brothers?
Yeah, bro.
How old was he?
I was 8 at the time. I don't remember how old he was.
Well, you had to have a... Was he at Russell the same time as you?
I think he was either in high school.
Okay, what about the one that was walking you to school?
Nah.
He was older than him?
Yeah.
He was older than him, so that brother maybe was about 6 years older than you.
Yeah, he's about 8.
So how in the hell can your own brother molest you?
Come to find out, he was getting molested when he had got molested by one of my brother's father. I guess, one person does it to the next, you know what I mean? And it carried on, and he was doing
I always wonder, because a lot of people say they got molested, and you be wondering, in what kind of way do a person, especially if it's another man?
Yeah, I got sodomized.
He sodomized?
Yeah, bro.
More than once?
No, it was just one time. I said something. I told my granny.
You told your granny?
And my granny made sure to keep him out of the house, or whenever he came, I would end up doing something to get locked up just so I can get out the house, so I wouldn't be in fear of, because I loved him. And I was like at a loss as what to do, you know what I mean? Because this was the one that protected me. This is the one I looked to. This is the one that any problem I had in the streets, I can go to bro. And bro he can go manish on a motherfucker.
Oh, he would?
Yeah. But that's why it was so fucked up for me, and it kind of fucked me up a lot because it was somebody that was so close I held so dear, you know what I mean? So, like, when I caught you and how you were treating us, you gave us money for report cards, it gave me a different role model or a different man image to be thinking of in the light where, okay, I can model myself after this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or this is my idea of a good man, or this is my idea of a good person, you know what I mean? Aside from all that, the rumors, you know what I mean? Because I never heard no bad rumors about you. I never heard you had no enemies. I never heard you did no drugs. I never heard nothing but good about you. And I was like, damn, you know what I mean? If him and Dino is the only two people in my life that were, I could say, as father figures for me. You know what I mean? Because anytime you go in even if you don't got a father, I believe you can go back in your life and you can look at people who were in your life that were representative of a father figure for you, that gave you that head to look to or role model yourself after.
So did anybody in the neighborhood know what happened to you?
Nah.
It was in-house?
It was in the house.
No. So when you started going to Russell, did you go to Russell when you was 10 and 11?
I went when I was like 7.
So how could you end up in juvenile hall? For what?
I break once I began to establish a way of getting out of trouble or getting out of bad predicaments or hazardous. Like when I was getting beat, I go do something in school to get locked up, so I wouldn't have to go back home. The kid continue getting whooped like that. Now don't get me wrong. When my granny whooped me, I didn't say nothing. I didn't call no people, none of that. You know what I mean? I accepted the discipline that she was giving me because I knew I did wrong, and I knew that I needed discipline for it. You know what I mean? And especially looking back on it now. But I never.
What were you actually getting whoopings for at the house?
Like I'd go do something at the pool. We had
At Roosevelt?
At Roosevelt or Washington.
On Washington.
Because we went to all pools, Will Rogers, Roosevelt, and Washington. We went to all pools. I dove and I swam for 2 of them. We had robbed a paleta man or beat up a paleta man, or I'd take somebody's bike.
The man that be pushing the
Pushing
car?
the little cart, the paleta man. And
You would do what? Beat him up?
I was one of the tag-alongs, but the older kids is the one would beat him up. But we would be set up for, hey man, go distract him. So we'd go distract him, and as he distracted, somebody would reach in there and try to grab some of his paletas. And if he turned around, somebody would foul him.
And how old were they?
We was all they was like 13.
Oh, about 13?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you would get whooping because you was younger.
Yeah, I get whooped.
I'd
be the one getting caught.
Wasn't you fast?
Yeah, I was fast, but not fast as them niggas. Them niggas was gone.
You got to have some wheels or you going to be doing any trouble, man. Wow, that is, man. So now you go into school.
Yeah.
And you would get in trouble at school so you wouldn't have to go back home.
Yeah, when like one time I had an uncle named Lewis who took some money from grandmother, and he left, but didn't nobody else know where the money was, and didn't nobody know that Lewis was smoking crack. So when he came back, I'm no kid that steals a lot, so I had to have stole it. So I got a whooping until I lied on myself and said that I took the money. So they
Why
could stop
did you lie on yourself?
So they could stop whooping me, because that was the only way they was gonna stop.
But so how did y'all figure out Lewis took the money?
Lewis was the only one that was in the house.
Okay.
Didn't nobody else? Wasn't no grown ups still in the house like that. Wasn't nobody else.
So at 8 years old, they took you to juvenile hall.
Yeah, I went to juvenile hall.
For how long?
For like about a month.
A month?
Yeah, because I didn't.
Did they have 8-year-old kids in juvenile hall?
No.
So what would you be in, like a foster house or something?
Nah, it was juvenile hall.
So who would you be around?
The 9, 10, 11-year-olds.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a trip. I ain't know nobody being around juvenile hall like that. Yeah, man, it's amazing, one.
Yeah.
So you got back out and come back to the house.
Yeah.
So who taught you really how to steal?
Once I got put in that window, that was it. I knew I could do anything and not get caught as long as I'm fast enough.
So did you do it by yourself?
Yeah, most of my stuff was by myself. I usually didn't do nothing with people.
Once he showed you how to do it?
Yeah, I started doing it on my own.
At what age did you start doing it on your own?
I started dishing elementary like around 11.
Elementary?
Yeah. I got caught one time going across the street.
Now, I don't want to tell on my own self, but I was in elementary, and wasn't nobody at the house. I'll go all the way to the school.
Oh, you ditched.
I'll go back home, though. You know what I'm saying?
You ditched.
Yeah, but
That's what ditching is.
Look, I go back in the house and watch TV.
That's what ditching is.
Until Pops drove home and caught me.
See, what I was...
almost tried to tear my head.
I couldn't go back home. I knew I couldn't go back home. I go back home, I was going to get my ass whooped if I wasn't
So
in
where
school.
would you go ditching?
I go ditching people's house. I go act like I'm knocking, looking for some kid, because I'm a small kid. I go act like if it's Mexican people, I ask for a Mexican kid. If it's white people, I ask for a white kid. But if nobody answers the door, I go through the bathroom window.
At 11 years old?
11 years old, man.
So you was like in the 6th grade. You kind of getting up there now.
Yeah. And I was getting like set in my ways.
You was getting set in them
Yeah,
ways.
I was getting set in my ways.
So did you go to Drew?
Yeah, I went to Drew. Mr.
All
Williams.
3 years?
No, I went to. I ended up getting locked up in junior high. And Drew, when I was going to Drew, I got locked up for a robbery that I did right across the street from Drew.
You gonna do a robbery?
I did a robbery.
How old were you?
Probably like 12, 13.
Did you rob without a gun?
No, I had a fake gun.
Come on, man. Are you serious?
Yeah.
So what did you rob?
Just somebody one of them people that was with the paletas.
Oh, another one of them?
Yeah, we used to get them all the time.
So do you think you got them over 5 or 6 times?
Nah, not me. I probably got them like 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah.
You gonna rob him with a fake gun?
Yeah, you see the hole in the gun. You ain't asking, is it a real bullet in there?
Oh, wow. And how did you get in trouble?
I guess they had like a little ice cream place on 84th, right next to you. They had an ice cream truck place, and it was Paletas.
And next door to my house.
Right next to you. And it ended up being, they saw me in your yard sitting with the other kids.
Is that right?
Yeah. It took them all the way to my house. My granny whooped the hell out my ass.
What?
Yeah.
Did you go to jail for it?
Yeah, I went to jail. And I got the police let her whoop my ass before they took me to jail. So I went to jail with a hot seat.
But they didn't find that fake gun.
Yeah, they had found that too.
How they find the fake gun?
My brother gave it to him.
Your brother gonna get him the fake gun?
He gave it to my granny, and my granny gave it to the police. He ain't gonna give it to the police. He gave it to my granny.
I'll be God dog. And you went to juvenile hall again?
Yeah, I went to juvenile hall again. I ended up having I went to stay with my auntie, and she lived over there by Bethune on 82nd and May Avenue. No, not May, 82nd and Wall. And I had to end up going to Bethune.
Bethune Junior High?
Yeah, I went to Bethune.
Because you moved over on 82nd and Wall.
Yeah, it was close to there, so I had to walk further to school. But even then, man, back then when I was okay, that was a new start for me. And I'm doing everything that you expect of a child to do. You know what I mean? My cousin Alan had got killed. And it made me start wearing my school clothes to church because I didn't want to get mistaken as no gangbanger and get killed like he got killed. So I would wear my church clothes to school. And
how old were you at this time?
I was 12.
You was 12 and you thought you might get killed.
Yeah. He was 13.
And he got killed.
Yeah.
Was he in the neighborhood?
No, he wasn't. Man, we didn't gangbang. We didn't know nothing about that.
Where did he get killed at?
Right on the street where he lived. He was walking to the store and was walking back. Dude shot at my older cousin and then shot Alan, and Alan fell and he stood over Alan and shot Alan 11 times.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And where was this located at?
On 82nd and Wall.
Oh, over on 82nd and Wall. So you was over there on 82nd and Wall, and this guy that got killed was kin to you.
That's my cousin, blood cousin, best cousin. When we played football, when we used to play pads in front of your yard, that was Alan.
In front of my yard. Why so much going on in the front of my house?
Your yard was the place. It was like a place where it was your yard and James' house down from you. Y'all were the two fathers of the street, and every time something happened, we could go to y'all, or y'all would always lend your voice to correct the matter or correct us kids if we was wrong.
That's just Pot them father.
Pot and them father, yeah.
Yeah. Junebug. Man, that's amazing. I mean, it's just, when you start to hear about, you older, then you hearing about the young men, what's going on in their lives, that's, and you don't know what's really going on with them. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't, and you don't know to tell somebody because everybody that should know or could be told already been told.
Yeah, because I was coaching basketball with Lil Donovan and
Dwight Jr., Ernest Jackson. That's my brother. That's my oldest brother. Junior, my brother.
Right. I'm coaching sports at that time.
Yeah, you had the basketball court in your backyard. That's why one of your yard was popping because that's the only place we can go without going to Drew or Russell to play ball.
Right. Wow, you never know how important you are in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Until somebody sit down like what's happening now and you get to hear it. The kids was all in the yard.
Yeah.
Playing. Wow. You remember that, Ronald? Was there a lot of kids in my yard?
All the time. We used to be around there, man. Your yard was the yard. If it wasn't your yard, because we didn't have no, it was Texas.
Your yard was the yard that didn't have a gate around.
No, you can go straight. Your yard was the popping yard because you can go straight through your yard. You can go straight. That was the only place on that street that you can go straight through. The other house was Texas yard. It was like two houses down on 84th from you.
Right.
They house you can go straight through. But when your mama was there, I don't remember your mom. I just remember you. I don't remember your mom. All I remember is you. I probably saw a lady going out in and from, but I wasn't paying attention. We couldn't. That was like a no zone. You couldn't play on her porch. You couldn't play on her side of her house. You couldn't do nothing around that house because you was gonna get fucked up.
Well, who was gonna mess you up?
Shit, one of the big boys. Because they've been told not to mess around the house.
Right.
So
right.
they made sure that all the little ones knew that, nah, you can't go around the house. Don't mess with them plants over there and none of that.
Wow, man. Amazing, man. Amazing. So now you was over there on 82nd traveling to Bethune. It was a lot of games going.
Yeah, man, I was scared as hell. I was this 12-year-old kid having to walk that far, having to walk past where he got killed and where the boy got because the day before, 3 kids got killed on Florence. Three 13-year-old boys got killed on Florence. And whoever did that shouted out either Main Street or Swan. And they came over there where we was.
Wow. I mean, man, I guess I wasn't knowing what was going on in everywhere like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Were they killing like that, Ronald?
Yeah, all the little kids. If you was 13, 14, 15-year-old, like in 90, 93, 94.
So when did you get away from that environment?
I never got away from that environment. Everywhere I've been, everywhere you go.
Did you even graduate from Bethune?
Yeah, I graduated from Bethune. I started, but like I was saying, I started when Alan died. I started entering into book essay contests, poetry contests, because that was something that he did. Alan, I got a brother named Chris, a cousin named Alan, and both of them used to compete, and I used to want to be like both of them. So Chris was the better in sports than Alan was, but Alan had a bigger body. But Alan was better in school, so I had kind of like adapted both of their ways. I was good in school and I was good in sports. So I graduated. I ended up going to jail, moving away from my auntie.
You ended up going to jail.
Going to jail.
How old were you?
Probably 14.
And what did you go to jail for?
Burglary, I think.
You don't remember?
The burglary, I think. And I done did so many crimes back then. I didn't remember what I was doing day to day. I know I wasn't. I knew one thing that my granny said: don't do nothing to no black people, and don't do nothing to no old people. So that was the people. And you got to kind of like sense too, man. In my household growing up, man, we didn't have food and shit. We had food. My granny provided for us with the welfare money, but we didn't have food and shit like that. So I did what I was doing. I was supplying for my little brother, my little sister, and my brother that was there. I was looking out for us. I wasn't going in the house and stealing shit, man, just because I had the need to steal. It was itching. No, that wasn't me. We didn't have clothes. We was poor. We wasn't well off. You know what I mean? We had family that sold drugs and whatnot, but they was looking out for themselves.
Right. So when did you realize that you didn't have food or you were poor? When did you really first realize that?
When I was older.
About how old?
In my 30s while I was in prison.
You was looking back saying y'all was poor.
Yeah.
So
see how disadvantaged we was, seeing how hard shit was. I remember my granny used to make tomato preserves.
I don't know what tomato preserve is.
It's just like strawberry preserves. It's just tomatoes.
It was sweet?
Yeah, it was sweet. And I ain't mad at nobody else that knew how to make it. Because that's how, you know what I mean, it was. My granny used to make shit happen, you know what I mean? But it wasn't...
And taking care of y'all.
Yeah, it was taken care of. It was through love, you know what I mean?
No,
it was
sure.
through care, you know what I mean? Yeah, we didn't have the best shit, you know what I mean? To me, as a child, it wasn't something cognizant in my mind. I wasn't tripping on what we had. I was playing sports. I was doing something. I was in activities. I was affecting myself. I was affecting my surroundings or my environment. You have an effect, you know what I mean? You can affect your environment, your surroundings, or your area, you know what I mean? You can make it positive or you can make it negative, but you can't affect it.
Right.
And it's just your decision where you're leading your life to, whether you want to affect it in a positive way or whether you want to affect it in a negative way.
So when you was 14, were you carrying a gun at that age?
No, I wasn't gangbanging. I didn't need no gun.
You never got into any gangs?
No, I never got a gang. No,
So
I know you never gangbang.
Yeah. Me?
Yeah.
No, I ain't never gangbang.
Yeah. That's one thing I wanted to role model myself after. I didn't want to gangbang.
Okay, right, man, yeah, that's a good thing. I hope I rubbed off somewhere there, you know what I'm saying? But man, you was robbing like that?
Yeah.
At 14, you went to jail.
Yeah.
for robbery,
Yeah, or burglary, one of the two.
going in one of them houses.
Yeah.
So you did a lot of going in the houses.
Yeah, well, I was going to Gardena.
Gardena High?
Yeah, I was going to Gardena.
How you end up going to Gardena High instead of Fremont, Locke, or one of them?
I kept going back and forth to juvenile hall, and my court started seeing that my grandmother was not able to protect me or properly control me because I kept getting into shit and going to jail.
So one thing is this. So now, you going back and forth to juvenile hall. For how long would you be staying in juvenile?
At that time, I stayed for, I think, a year and a half.
When you went in at 14?
Yeah. No, I went in at 13.
Went in at 13?
About a year and a half.
In juvenile hall for a year and a half. What kind of stuff was going on in juvenile hall? Keeping it real.
All kind of shit, man. Kids getting beat, kids getting molested, kids getting set up to fight, or encouraged to fight each other.
All in juvenile hall.
All in juvenile.
They couldn't stop it?
They could have if they wanted to, but it was too much fun to do.
How could a kid molest another kid in juvenile hall if they got people watching these kids?
You in rooms, man, all night by yourself with another dude, and if that dude is more antagonistic than you or got more of a fight than you at his whim. It's just like prison, but it's just kids.
Just like prison, but it's kids.
But it's kids. And then you still got the hierarchy, the in crowd, the out crowd, the bullies. You got all that. And it don't stop just because they're children. And it's worse, actually, probably.
And they molesting in juvenile hall.
Yeah, they molest kids in juvenile hall. Hell yeah, the staff molesting kids in juvenile hall.
You think so?
The reason why I did 18 months, my counselor molested a kid and got fired. So they had to do my paperwork all over. He didn't do nothing for my paperwork, so I had to do the whole 9 months over. It was actually just 9 months. I was supposed to do 9 months, but I had to do the 9 months over.
Because he wasn't doing the paperwork.
Yeah.
And he got caught for molesting a kid. Or the kid told only one of the two.
Dude named Trotter.
Is that right?
Yeah, real shit.
So when you got out of there, out of juvenile hall that time, where did you go and stayed in?
They sent me to a placement. And while my granny still stayed on 83rd.
But you went to a placement?
Yeah, and on 112th and St. Andrews.
And placement was like foster home or something?
Yeah, it's something like foster home, but for kids that are on probation. Because foster kids are not juvenile delinquents. They're just children who don't have a family. But a juvenile delinquent is a child who was committed a felony. So they go to a different home.
So a juvenile delinquent is somebody that committed a felony.
Yeah.
But you're underage.
Yeah, and you can't be sentenced as an adult.
Right. So were there other kids there like that?
Yeah, well, the majority of the places that they send you to, most of the children are there. You have you had some foster kids that were sprinkled in there, but the majority of them were kids that had been in juvenile hall.
And so you started going to Gardena High.
Yeah, I started going to Gardena High. Tried to play football, but somebody wouldn't sign the paper at the placement or something, so...
That wasn't cracking.
Nah, I kind of gave up on playing sports then.
So, going to high school, did you get involved with any girls at this time?
No, I didn't. I wasn't going. I was going to. I had ran away from placement because they wouldn't let me go to my granny funeral.
Wow.
And I was homeless over there on 83rd at Willie Ed House. Mm-hmm. And when his house was abandoned, I was living in the abandoned house for from the age of 14 to 5 days before I turned 16.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was living in Willie Ed House.
And it was an abandoned house?
Yeah.
Been living in there for almost 2 years.
If when it got too cold, I'd go do something, get locked up, go to jail, so I wouldn't be cold.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You would do it on purpose?
Yeah, bro.
And you still were just a teenager?
Yeah.
There wasn't nobody to help you or nothing like that?
Wasn't nobody that saw it. I mean, I'm out there in the neighborhood. I mean, the parents know that I'm homeless. The parents knew that Dad gave me food. I mean, it wasn't no secret.
Right, right.
I mean, my family knew that I was homeless. They wouldn't take me in, too, so.
They wouldn't?
Nah, man.
Your own family?
Nah.
Why?
I could say, giving them an excuse, I could say it because my past behavior with my granny. Giving them a way out. giving them an excuse to say, you know what I mean, I didn't want to take on this problematic child. Okay, I'm giving them a way out. Now, I would say that would be the reason, but other than that, I knew they didn't want me. I felt like didn't nobody want me. And my mom was on drugs. I hardly knew her. She was back and forth in the prison on drugs. So I never met my father, so wasn't nobody to take me in. It was just me.
So you over there at Gardena.
They took my brother and my sister in, but they didn't take me. She used to keep saying that shit when I was a kid. When Granny died, who gonna take care of you, nigga? Because I'm not.
Well, let me ask you this. All of that time, you ever have a woman in your life, girlfriend?
Yeah, I had a girlfriend. Yeah, I had her while I was living at Willie Ed house. I had a girlfriend that I used to take a shower in the pool. I used to go to her house. I still used to go to school. I got bumped up 2 grades, even being homeless. I graduated when I was 15 with my GED, and I got my high school diploma when I was 17. I was always good in school. That was never a problem for me. You know what I mean? It was just, you know what I mean. You just had no guidance. You had no parental figure that shows you, okay, you made a mistake. This is how you correct yourself.
So was anybody else staying in that vacant house with you?
Willie Ed, Uncle Fody, a couple other crack addicts.
Right.
I was upstairs. They let me stay on the stairs in the hallway by myself on the couch.
Is that right? So 40 was living there?
Yeah, Uncle Fody.
Willie Ed?
Willie Ed.
Anybody else that we might know?
Couple people. I don't remember who.
So they really just took over the vacant house.
It was Willie Ed's house.
But he lost it.
Yeah. They ended up selling it, or it just got run to shambles, and they didn't do nothing with it. And then the property or the land got sold, and they tore the house down.
But y'all was in there for a minute.
Yeah, for a minute. At least about, I could say damn near a year.
So let me ask you a question. In all that time, between that time and 18, did you ever get on drugs?
Yeah. No, not doing that. No. Not as a kid, no. I wasn't nowhere near drugs.
So now once you got 18, now it's...
I wasn't 18. When I was 16, I just told you, I got sentenced to juvenile life. They sent me to till I was 24. When I was 24.
From 16 to 24, you was in juvenile hall.
I was in YA.
Oh, you went to YA at 16?
Yeah.
Will they take you in YA at 16?
They'll take you younger than that. They had 13-year-olds in YA.
What could you have done, man, to be in YA that long?
I carjacked somebody.
With a fake pistol?
No gun that didn't work.
How you gonna jack a dude with a gun that don't work, Thaddeus?
Man, it's the element of probability. If I could bring
so let me ask you a question. It couldn't have been no car with a dangerous dude. What kind of person did you jack for the car?
It was some paisa.
Oh yeah, okay, but wasn't no gangster.
No.
It was more of a square person.
Yeah, more of a square person.
And so
I didn't elevate that like that in my criminal life. I didn't elevate like that to where.
So you was only about 16, 17 when this happened.
I was 15. I was 5 days before I turned 16.
You jacked it for a car.
Yeah, me and Jimmy. I don't think you know Jimmy.
And you ended up going to jail till you was 14.
Yeah. No, 24.
24. 24. Now, when you get in there, why they give you so much time? Why they give you so?
Because I had been going to juvenile hall all that time, from 8 to all that time. 2 judges, Judge Jones and Judge what's the dude and the mayor that Randolph, the guy and the ex-mayor Inglewood. They had an argument on who was going to sentence me. Judge Jones, he wanted to be lenient with me, but Judge Dorn, he didn't. Judge Roosevelt Dorn. He wasn't going to be lenient. And I was going to H.R. Moore CDC over across the street from JJC. And I was like I had been. Every time I get out of jail, it's like a reboot. You know what I mean? When life got problematic for me, or I didn't know how to make the right decision, I'd always do something to end up going to jail. And that became subconsciously what I was doing. And I didn't know that I was doing that sometimes. I'd just be thinking I'm doing a crime, but not knowing that something is becoming unmanageable in my subconscious life, that I'm making these actions and these behaviors to gain a reboot or get myself sent to jail so I can start over.
So now you get to YA, you're not gang banging. How you survive in YA without,
knew how to
being
fight.
huh?
I knew how to fight.
But these guys is banging.
That don't mean nothing. You know how to fight.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
That don't. There ain't no guns in jail. He
But,
got
I
some
mean-
knives just like I got a knife.
did you have a knife?
Yeah, I had knives, but it wasn't something that I carried with me all the time like they did. It was something that, okay, I got a problem. I'm finna go handle my problem right now. It wasn't something that I'm holding the knife for just to be.
So you was used to being incarcerated,
I was used to being in jail because of that. Yeah,
and you learned how to survive in jail.
yeah.
And now you get out when you 24.
24.
Where were you gonna go now?
I thought I was gonna do some music, but that didn't pan out. You always need
What,
opportunity.
you thought you was gonna rap?
Yeah, I thought I was. You always need opportunity, and you don't got opportunity.
But
you ain't gonna have
you ain't gonna rap if you ain't really got no skills.
man.
You thought you had skills?
There ain't no thought to it.
Well, why wouldn't it work for you?
Because you need opportunity. Somebody got to give you the opportunity. You can be the best talent anywhere, but if you have no opportunity, your talent ain't gonna get nowhere.
That's true. That's true.
And I had the talent. It's just opportunity.
Now you get out. You 24. No opportunity in the rap game.
So I met this chick. I didn't feel home here because my granny gone. The house that I know of as home is gone. They sold it. They had a fight. The brothers and sisters of my granny had a fight, and they sold the property. So what I thought was home ain't home. And then my grandfather's houses, they all sold them. And one thing that I remembered about you had your mama house and you had your house. And there was just rumored amongst the children that Bushy had property all over L.A. He was rich like Ted Walker.
Like who?
Rich like Ted Walker.
Who is that?
Ted Walker's owned.
Ted Watkins.
He owned all Watts.
Right. Who in the world?
Out of Hawaii, I met this chick, and she had this daughter, and the child was so innocent. It gave me something to love. It gave me something. It gave me want to give something that I didn't have. So I wanted to be the father for
How
this.
you meet her?
At a EDD education development place in Fresno.
So you moved from
LA to Fresno. I got released to Fresno because I didn't have no one to come home to in LA when I got out of YA.
So they released you in Fresno.
Yeah, I didn't have no address to give them to.
So where did you stay at Fresno?
I stayed in a halfway house up there.
And then you end up meeting a girl.
Meeting the woman who had a
So
child.
how did you find some kind of housing or whatever?
She had her own house, or she had her own spot.
I'm saying, but you out. You lived at the halfway house.
I didn't graduate to that. It was a fumble course. As soon as I got out, I was making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision.
When you got out?
Yeah, because
What is bad decision after bad decision?
bad girl, wrong girl. Shouldn't have been with that girl. Shouldn't have been trying to be a father to a child that wasn't mine. When the woman clearly didn't want a father, she said she wanted a father for her kid, but she really didn't want a father for her kid because she had one and she was trying to get back with him. I didn't know I didn't know about relationships. I was making them type of relationship decisions. I was making bad decisions one after another, because I didn't. All from the age of 8 to the age of 24, there was no social structure for me as far as like getting to know a woman or becoming familiar with women. It's always in jail. I'm stuck with a monetary tone or monetary example of what a woman in my life represents, and that usually was authority, and that usually meant I'm in jail. So the relationship and dichotomy of that, dealing with a woman, I was making bad decisions. I didn't know how to. I was being standoffish. I wasn't communicating. I wasn't sympathetic. I did so many things wrong in that relationship that because I didn't know. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, okay, you with me because of me, and I'm with you because of you. I'm not trying to change you, but I didn't know that I needed things changed in my life. I couldn't behave the same way I was before in this new life, getting out of jail, trying to be something better, trying to do something different. I didn't know. I'm thinking that, oh, she just got problems. She's trying to help me, but I'm not thinking it's help. I'm thinking it's hindrance. And So that what made the relationship bad.
So how long did you stay in that relationship?
I got married to her.
You did?
Yeah, got for 2 years.
So how long did it take before you got married?
About a year.
About a year?
Yeah.
You married her.
Yeah, I married her. I thought that's what I thought you're supposed to stick it out however it works, because all the books I'm reading about relationships in jail is telling me to do such and such to make it work. So I'm trying these things and it's not working. So I was at a loss, you know what I mean? So I began using drugs.
You with her. Before, let me say this right. You got with her.
Yeah.
You wasn't on no drugs.
No.
When did you start using drugs?
With her.
Was she using them?
Yeah.
She introduced it to you?
Yeah.
What she introduced you to?
Crystal, man.
Oh, she introduced you to crystal.
Yeah.
Cocaine wasn't popping no more?
Not in my generation. It came later. Fads change. All drugs, they all go in cycles. And they just went in a cycle. You remember it was crank at one point in time, then it became crack. Then it was Sherm at one point in time, then it's crystal. And then now it's fentanyl.
Right now, I know. So she introduced you to crystal meth.
Yeah.
And how old you? About 25 years
I was
old.
25.
And you start smoking that crystal. Did you ever get a job? How were you helping her? You wasn't.
I go to Labor Ready. I had jobs like that. I worked at Domino's. I was the entry-level worker for JCPenney. I was assistant manager for Domino's.
So you was trying to work.
Yeah. When shit started falling apart out here, because we got into it with a family from LA and Fresno, and she was I married a Mexican chick, and she was intimidated by sisters because they loud. Our sisters get loud, so. And she was scary. I'm like, man, you ain't got to be scared. They just barking at you, man. You ain't got to worry about it. I'm like, man, I'm teaching you how to fight because I was teaching her how to box.
Right.
I'm like, I'm teaching you how to fight, man. You ain't got to worry about nothing. So she just kept getting into it, or not getting into it, but getting riled up because the young lady would walk by and disrespect her. And I'm telling her that's a little girl at the end of the day. She's 16. You can't fight her. So one day, her and her sister was together and they had a fight. And I ended up breaking it up. And because one of the women were pregnant, and I'm not grabbing them, I'm just holding them like this.
Stay focused, Punch. Stay focused. I'm hand on them, make you ready.
I'm holding them like this, and I'm telling her to go. I'm yelling at her to go in the house. I'm like, just get your ass in the house. I'll take care of them. So I let him go. And the dude that was supposed to be her stepfather was supposed to be my cousin. Because I got family from the projects, and he said he was related to that part of my family. So I thought, before me doing any checkup on him, I gave him the okay, like, okay, I assume it for now until I find out later. But when I was holding the two women, he got mad because I put my hands on his family. That was just the bottom line for him. But me and him end up getting into a fight. I end up having to fight his whole motorcycle crew. Some shit called United Riders. But I ended up fighting all of them, and I didn't have no gun. I'm up in Fresno. I don't know, and they got a gun. So I'm like, yeah, I got to come home. I got to come back to L.A. So we came back to L.A. Then it didn't work in L.A. because she was being lazy. My cousin was allowing us to stay at her house. And while she allowed us to get our Section 8 or FDC, as we slowly progressed to getting ourselves established down here in L.A., well, my girlfriend, my wife at the time, she was too lazy. She didn't have no drive. She wanted everything to be given to her, and that was not cool with my cousin. And my cousin kept telling me, she got to go. If you going to go with her, but she got to go. And I ended up going with her because I'm in this relationship. I'm trying to make it work. And we ended up going to Washington.
Washington?
Yeah, we went to Washington.
Up north? Like
Seattle, Washington. We went to Washington.
How y'all go there?
Well, a church say, man, if you come up here, all you got to do is read your Bible. You can come here and we live for free. You just read your Bible. So I wanted to go there, at least go there, get a job, get myself established.
How did y'all find these people? So this is my thing here. How y'all gonna find somebody that's gonna say, come up to Seattle?
It was a church in Fresno, and they have chapters in
But y'all came down to Cali. I mean, now down here to L.A.
Yeah, we can't. But they have a branch out here, down here. So we were gonna come to the church out here first, so we could stay in California. But I'm like,
Was it like a cult or something?
you could say it's like a cult, but it ain't no cult. They just non-denominational followers of Christ. You see them, they look like the
You can come
salvation.
and stay, and all you got to do is read your Bible.
Read your Bible. But you got to read. You got to start practicing the tenets of the faith, and it's in your Bible.
And how long did that last?
About the year that we was married.
And then after that,
we got into it because she started disrespecting me. I had revealed to her what I had been through as a kid and with my brothers and shit, and she threw it in my face, calling me a faggot. So I was like, nah, I'm out of here. And then like she was
she wanted to say this because you was molested.
yeah, but she didn't have no way.
Or was it something else that you told her?
No, because I was molested. Man, I didn't tell her shit.
No, I'm just saying,
No, it's because I'm molested. That's what.
So she gonna call you that because you was molested.
Yeah, and then she had began telling her. Even that, man. I was bypassing that because I'm knowing she in our times where I started recognizing in our times of heated argument, she'll say shit just to get a reaction and whatever. Like she'll say, "Fuck my dead granny," "Fuck my mama," or she'll say, "Fuck my dead cousin," and it was just to get reaction. I didn't notice it then at the time, but it was getting a reaction. So I'm about to leave. I'm determining myself. I'm about to leave, but then it started building. I'm gonna kill this bitch. I'm gonna kill this bitch. I'm gonna kill this bitch. But then I'm like, well, man, if you love her, man, you ain't gonna kill her, dude. Just leave. So I was getting my shit ready and I'm about ready to go. But then I ended up, someone had hired me to do the manager job in Domino's Pizza in Oregon. So I left and went to Oregon.
So let me say this now, because I want to. She introduced you to the crystal.
Yeah.
How were y'all doing all this and y'all still getting high?
No, what you mean?
I mean, when y'all went up to Seattle, was y'all still getting high?
No.
Y'all stopped smoking?
Yeah.
Because getting off crystal ain't easy.
Yes, it is if you want to. Yes, it is if you want to. You got to be determined to get off of it.
So you stopped messing with crystal and you started getting your life with it,
Yeah.
Then you end up going to Oregon.
I went to Oregon and I came out here for 4th of July and got locked up for something I did before I went out.
Wait a minute, man. You came back to L.A.
Yeah.
And got locked up.
Yeah.
What'd you get locked up for?
For a robbery I did before I went to Oregon. Before I went to Washington.
What did you do before you went to Washington?
I robbed a couple porn stores on PCH.
A couple of porn what?
It's porn stores. I hit their safe box.
Who told you about the safe box?
Well, I was hired to do one of them, to be a security guard for one of them, but the dude...
How in the hell you get hired for being with these porn? How you even find out about that?
We was living in the streets. When we came to LA, it was the motel. We was in the motel over there, and this when they was giving us the voucher for the motel. We was over there on PCH and Bellflower by the truck stop.
PCH and Bellflower. That's in Long Beach.
Yeah, Long Beach, yeah.
Yeah. And so they had a porn what?
Porn store. What
is a porn store?
A porn, where they got the products and the toys and all that shit they got.
Oh, so it's just where they sell a lot of porn stuff.
Yeah. I had figured if I'm gonna do something to people that's doing wrong. And I thought in my mind, in my thinking at the time, porn was wrong.
And you went in there and tried to crack the safe.
Yeah.
But did you steal the safe?
No, it is lockbox.
Okay, you got the lockbox. Was any money in it?
Yeah, about 10.
You got the money.
Yeah.
Got away.
Yeah.
Went on back up to wherever you was going.
Nah, we stayed out here because we was trying to live out here. Because we was trying to, they only would transfer her Section 8.
How they know it was you?
My fingerprints.
You think so?
Yeah. They said they had a fingerprint. They had one of the evidences was I left my fingerprint on a pen.
And when you came, whatever happened, and you came back down here, how did they catch you back down here?
I had a warrant for my arrest.
Oh, you had a warrant for your arrest. Wow, man, you sure had a whole lot of shit going on.
Yeah, it was a bunch of bullshit.
Well,
All by my own making.
Huh?
All by my own making.
By your own making. Yeah, I mean, man, you was, you know, and now they take you back to jail. How old were you then?
26.
26. So now you come down here, you get caught by the police, you got a warrant, and you go back, right?
Yeah, 16.
16 months.
16 years.
You got 16 years for that?
They was trying to give me 75 with a L. They was trying to strike me out 3 times. If I wasn't my own lawyer, I would have got, if the prosecution was dumping me. I mean, not the prosecution, but the public defender was dumping me. I had to become my own lawyer.
What?
Yeah, I had to become my own
For
lawyer.
that robbery of the safe box, the box, whatever.
Yeah, 16. They was trying to, they used my juvenile adjudications for sentence enhancement purposes. So once they use them, that's 25 to life automatic. They was trying to strike me out in 3 different courts. So I was facing 75 with an L with 3 different cases.
Wow. Man, you need to be thanking God.
Man, you don't think I am? Yeah.
And so how long you been out?
I got out in 2019 for like a few months. This was after my mama died in prison. I didn't care.
You did the whole 16?
I did the whole 16. I did 12. They gave me 12, and I caught 4 for a fight.
12, and then you got 4 more for a fight. So you do 16 years.
Get out.
How old were you when you got out?
40.
You was 40.
Yeah.
And so now what happened once you got out? You 40 years old.
Got out, met another wrong chick.
Why you keep meeting all these wrong women? Where you meet her at? Or
Through
maybe
a friend. Through a friend.
Through a friend.
Yeah, through a friend.
In what city?
Long Beach.
You went back up in Long Beach.
Yeah.
After you already got caught up
Yeah.
there.
That's where the family moved to. Most of the family moved to Long Beach. Most of the immediate family.
Okay. So you meet your woman up there.
Yeah.
Was she good or bad?
Horrible.
What made her horrible?
She did fentanyl and got me on it. She didn't get me on it. She got me doing it to the point where I'm using it.
Not crystal with fentanyl.
Fentanyl to specifically commit suicide. That's how
people putting fentanyl in stuff, right?
Yeah.
How could you just get directly fentanyl? I mean,
because I was she had a plug for she was a fentanyl plug. So anything I wanted, I got it from her. And when I got out of prison after 16, I didn't care about nothing, no life, no nothing. Bro,
you didn't?
No, man. I wanted to die. Because I had no purpose. My mom was gone. The only thing that really died, I was trying to get home to. And how they niggas did my mama, man, was cold. So, and I'm in a state where a motherfucker, man, just don't care no more. And you lose your mama, man. I lost my mom, man. That was it.
So you got out there doing all that time, you didn't care?
I didn't care. And I ended up getting locked up.
Again? For what this time?
Robbery. Another robbery.
You did another robbery?
Another robbery.
What kind of robbery?
Another porn store. Trying to get the safe.
You already know you got caught the one time. You gonna go back and do it again?
Insanity.
And you got caught?
Yeah, I got caught.
And got another, 5 years?
No, I didn't get nothing. The woman was pregnant with a baby, and she's doing fentanyl at the same time. The baby ended up dying.
Wait a minute, man. You get caught robbing the porn store.
Yeah.
If then you get caught robbing the porn store, you gonna get some time, ain't it?
Not on no new ODR program. Remember back in the days, right, when you would go to jail, or people would go to jail, and the white boys or the Mexicans would get a good-ass deal, and you'll be in there for something similar, and the same thing, and they get off and you get time? You wonder how they get off and how you get time? These programs that they were getting, we're starting to get now. Their belly's starting to filter them down to us. So now, you don't got to be white to get an ODR program or get a slap on the wrist. You got to just be mental health.
So you was using mental health.
So when I got arrested, they took me to suicide watch because of the fentanyl usage. So they said he's at risk to himself. So they automatically start saying that he has mental health problems because he's trying to kill himself. Mm-hmm. When I went to court,
Were you trying to kill yourself?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I was. And I was actually mad at the time that the girl had saved me all 5 times
How was she doing that?
with the Narcan. She put it in my nose twice. She said she had to do 1 time, she had to do twice and pound on my chest.
And you used it again.
I was trying to use it while she wasn't there. And for some reason, man, she always come. For some
Why
reason,
you want to use it while she not there?
so I can go, so wouldn't nobody save me. I was trying to go. You know what I mean? Every time I finally, and she always would not allow me to have none. She's like, no, I'm not giving you none. I'm like, or when we were using, she'd like, well,
Did you like the high of it?
no, I never remembered it. I don't remember it. The 5 times I used it, I don't remember shit. You just go to sleep and you don't wake up.
Wow. So you end up kind of getting off this case through the mental program or however that go.
But when the baby died, though,
Who baby was it?
It was my baby. I really wanted the baby, and that's what like really got me like, okay, nigga, what are you doing? What's going on now with you? What do you want to accomplish? Where do you want to go? What do you want? I had to look at myself in the mirror and be like, okay, it's time to come to some tough decisions, nigga, and you got to really make them. Because this jail shit ain't it. The hard life ain't it. If you want something, you're going to have to end up working for it.
Yeah, really.
And you're going to have to work hard for it.
So now you went in. How long did you
I did
fight
2
that?
years.
You did 2?
2 years fighting it.
2 years fighting that case. Got out.
Got out. I'm
How
out.
old were you then?
46.
46?
Yeah.
So now you got out and you're in the halfway house now.
Yeah.
From that.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to change, man?
I've already started to change. I started thinking differently.
Because if you going to keep doing that, there ain't no goodness coming out of the robbing.
Nah, it ain't nothing coming
Everything you doing as far as robbing, ain't no goodness coming out of it.
Look, Butch, man.
You would do better just, I mean, you know, ain't nobody going to say go get on SSI or whatever.
Nah, I'm not.
No, I'm not saying that. But you got to get some normalcy of just saying, hey, how can I just live?
Well, so I get up every day at a certain amount of time to have productive hours that I'm productive in positive behavior, meaning that I'm doing something constructive or positive throughout the day or for the majority of the day, whether it's just reading something positive.
Right, but how long have you been in the halfway house?
I've been in there since January 7th.
January. So January, we in November, so about 10 months.
Yeah.
You got 10 months in the halfway house.
It's a 2-year program.
It's a 2-year program in the halfway house.
Yeah.
Usually people get out before 2 years.
Not the mental health program, not this. You got to do 2 whole years.
So
It's part of the deal that you sign when you come out of it.
So do you take medication?
I take an injection. They give me an injection for anxiety.
If you don't take that injection, what would happen?
Ain't nothing gonna happen.
So why do you take the injection?
So I can be out.
Okay.
Because they ain't gonna let me out unless I take the shot.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. But you gotta, at this point, think there's got to be something. And it may not be total, maybe a mental condition, but it's got to be something going on for you to keep repeating the same thing over and over and over and over, trying to kill yourself. If you try to kill yourself, then it's something, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You got to come to a conclusion of something.
I came to the conclusion that I didn't want to be here. And
So what make you want to be here now?
I want something for myself.
Because right now, it's back to point A.
No, it's not point. This ain't point
What
A.
I'm saying is,
Starting over.
starting over. This is a start over. And it ain't finna just be, you know, it ain't finna be easy. There's gonna be some help. There's gonna be some rejection. There's gonna be there's gonna be some tough times because not only tough for you, it's tough for people that work every day.
It do. It is.
Some people work every day and they pay their car note, they rent, their food, and they ain't got no more money.
Okay, you want to know how it's different now? Okay, this is different. My desire is different. My work ethic is different. My intelligence is different, and my behavior is different. I'm.
Well, it haven't been tested yet.
Yes, it has.
How-
You don't think drugs is where I'm at?
No, no,
You
no.
you don't think crime and need is where I'm at?
Oh, no, no. What I'm saying is, you spend a lot of time in jail. If you add up all the time that you spend
It's
in
way
jail.
more than I've ever been free.
Right. So what I'm saying is, the test is gonna come once you're out of the halfway house. Right now, you getting that. I'm learning. I'm seeing how I'm adapt because halfway house, you still kind of on guard. You still on this. Once you leave that halfway house, now I'm back totally free.
Yeah.
No, I'm just listening to me. I'm just saying. Now you're gonna have to say, I gotta manage me without anybody else's help, anybody else's support. You still gonna get support, I'm sure it's out there.
Where I'm at, I'm managing me. They don't manage you there like that. They just there for your housing. That's it. They don't tell you what to do, nothing. They just, you're there for your housing. And people can act up there if they want to, and they're doing it.
One thing I want to say this, and I, maybe wrong for doing it. You have to learn to use the system like the system has used you. It may sound crazy, but you got to learn how to use the system for what their benefits is until you can, get better, get a job, whatever it may be. You got to use things to your advantage.
And I understand that. That's what I'm using it for.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be like I don't need nobody's help. Boom, 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 boom.
No, all the help that I can get, man, I'm taking. I'm not naive to think that I got it. I don't got it. If I had it, I would have been had it together. I'm 46 now.
Yeah, but you was 42 and you went and done something again.
Yeah.
So now
and during the circumstances is different. I'm not in that state no more. I'm not hurting from my mama. I'm not. Woe is the world. I'm not.
One thing I can tell you, that if you can decide to do, is start to, and you might already start getting a relationship with God.
I do.
If you ain't got a Bible, I'll give you one. Just start reading your Bible, praying, just talking to God like just talking to Him, because you're gonna need that help.
I do that already.
No, I'm just saying, and if you can through that program, saying, hey man, is it possible that I can get a clearance to go to church on Sunday, whatever it is, a couple hours, and come on back? You got to take these baby steps. Don't all the time. We always want to take leaps and bounds. It just ain't gonna happen. Got to take baby steps. It's just like walking, one step at a time, one day at a time.
Okay, let me say it like this. I know me.
Yes, sir.
I know when I got this drive, this desire, this yearning to work. I got this work ethic to work. I got this wanting to work. I've never had this before, and I really want to do it. I don't care how hard, how long I got to work. I'm gonna work.
Right.
And I really want to work. That's why I'm going around looking for first to all the people that I know or have come in contact with, see if they have a job.
Well, how in the world you find me?
Man, I honestly thought she was dead, bro.
You thought what?
I thought she was dead.
How in the heck you gonna think that?
I didn't hear nothing about you. I didn't hear for the longest, nigga. I didn't. There was no mention of Butchie.
Well, would you want me to stay down in the valley?
No, you come by sometime your house over there, and I was talking. 40 ounces is the reason why I knew you were still living.
When you seen him?
Right after my mom. Well, 2019.
What 40 say?
40 said he was living in your back house in your garage part.
Yeah, he couldn't live with all the civilized people. He had to live by himself, But yeah,
he always been like that.
Yeah, that's 40. But and so how you find me now?
Who? I went by the park. I asked about 40. They told me about Dollar Bill. And
who is Dollar Bill?
On Western and 84th.
What you know about Dollar Bill?
Come on, man. All y'all, man, was in the same circle, man.
I wasn't in no circle with Dollar Bill. What you looking like that for?
But Dollar Bill told me where you was at.
Oh, but Dollar Bill did? Look here, man. $10 bill. No. Man, tell Dollar Bill that you know Dollar Bill?
Yeah, that's my brother.
That's Dollar Bill's brother. So tell Dollar Bill, don't be going around telling people where I'm at. No, just, what I'm saying. So how, And so who told you to go to Dollar Bill?
Forgot.
Who told you to go home on Western and holler at Dollar Bill?
I'm trying to think of the name. No, I don't know. I don't remember.
Because you and Dollar Bill ain't even in the same...
Wavelength.
I'm not even in the circle of Dollar Bill, right, Punchy?
They knew how to get me to you. They knew how to get me to you. Whoever I was talking to, man, they knew how to get me to you. Because that's what I was looking for. I'm like, man, where Butchie at? He's like, man, what, you know Dollar Bill? I'm like, no, I don't think so. He's like, man, what? That's one of his partners. He might know. And so he told me.
I mean, it's his brother, but he ain't my partner. But I do know him. I've been knowing him all my life.
Okay.
So I understand, but I'm just saying, of all people, Dollar Bill. And you went by Dollar Bill spot?
Yeah, like about 30 minutes later, I rode their scooter all the way over there.
So they told you to go by Dollar Bill. You got on your scooter, roll over to Dollar Bill spot.
Yeah.
You went in there, seen Dollar Bill. What'd you say to him?
I'm like, what's up, Dollar?
And what else you say?
He's like, do I know you? I'm like, man, I'm one of the little kids that used to be at Bushy House, and he agreed with me, like he knew what I was talking about.
And then what happened?
I'm like, he's like, no, Bushy ain't here, he over there.
Oh, what?
You know where you at.
All right. Man, ain't that something?
Crazy motherfucker.
I'll be doggone. And that's the day you showed up.
That's the day I showed up.
I ain't seen you in years.
Since I was a kid.
The baby boy, then he gonna talk about, you don't remember how I mean?
I got the same face.
Man, you do got the same face, same head, but it was much smaller, and you ain't have all this hair on your face. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's still it's good to see you. Still good to see that you're alive. And I'm not going. I know you're gonna pray for yourself, but I'm gonna pray for you too. And just find little things that you can do, man. I'm just stay on the right track. If you don't have a whole bunch of whatever, just learn to live. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because things will come, but it ain't gonna come. People want things so quickly, and you got to work for it. It's like anything else.
Yeah.
You got to take one step before we want God to do all these other things. He want to see what you gonna do.
Yeah.
So,
what adjustments you gonna make?
Man, you gotta.
He's first and foremost in my life. Don't get me wrong, man. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have this opportunity.
That's right.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to meet my mom. I had to come to terms with my mom being away. I had to come to terms with, okay, thank you, God, for the opportunity that you did allow me to share with her.
Yeah, no, for real.
And I had to come to terms with a lot of things, and coming to terms with it, you mature some, and you become patient with yourself. But I know that without an opportunity, you get nowhere. And
yeah.
I do have an opportunity, not just the work I'm asking you for.
Right.
Someone is coming out here to bring a company solely for me. So,
Okay.
and it's going to be on my work ethic. How I work and how I grow the business is how it's going to be. And one thing that I can say is I look at you for guidance. You know what I mean? For help.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I still remember you as that role model father figure for me as a child, because you as I can see, you made good on yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to make good on myself.
Yeah, with the help of the Lord.
Yeah, I want to make good on myself.
Everything that you see, even in my life, that you know, because you're just now seeing me, anything that you see is all because of God. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying it's a process. God gonna have to see you faithful over some small things before he give you some things. You know what I'm saying? And just like you said, whenever that's coming from wherever, New York or whatever, if it's a job that they say, man, we're going to give you 2 to 3 hours a day, and it's 3 days a week.
I'm going to work them 3 days.
That's where you got to take it. People going to look and see how faithful you over small stuff before they trust you with anything. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but I'm just giving you more information. You asking for information. Every day I wash cars for free. I wash. I clean up the property like I'm the RA station there. Like I work there. I'm one of the people that there. That's why that place is still functioning. They want to close it down, but I'm one of the reasons why it's managing, why it's clean, why it's upkeep, and that's work ethic hours. You got to have certain amount of your time in your day for work. That's your income, your living. You know what I mean? And since I don't have a job now, I might as well practice the habit of doing something during those hours.
Well, you got to realize the jobs may come. This is the jobs. He might say, man, well, you gonna be in this field, cleaning this field. You got to be ready. You know, people want to pick and choose what the jobs are gonna be. If you want to work, this is what the work is. That we need this whole ground clean. You know what I'm saying? We need these trenches back cleaned out. We need this ground, this is where you gonna be 3 hours a day for the next whatever. I'm just saying, the part-time job is better than nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I'm just getting ready to throw something out there, you know what I'm saying? You know how somebody says, I'm finna throw a bone. See where you're at in your head, see how committed you are to something. Because everybody deserves a second chance. You done had about 10, 11 chances.
I had about a number of chances.
You know what I'm saying? Every time you got out, that was another chance. Yeah. Every day you wake up is another chance.
Every day you go to sleep,
you see what I'm saying? I'm the nicest guy that you can find, but I ain't no cakewalk.
I know you ain't.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, one, I want to say thank you for coming on the Brown Neighborhood Podcast and even sharing your life, because this here, somebody else is going to see it and say, wow, I need to maybe get my life together too. But eventually, if it ain't this week, next week, 3 hours a day, 3 days a week, gonna give you something to do.
Sure.
And I should be telling you off the podcast, but I'm telling you on the podcast because we already here, and it's just in my heart to say, hey, a little something is better than nothing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? So, Brown's Neighborhood Podcast, thank you for Thaddeus coming on and sharing his life. And the things that he's going through and ready to get his life on track. He done went all over the dollar bills and everything, and finding his way over here to Brownstone. I tell you the truth. I'm going to have to talk to Dollar Bill about that. You know what I'm saying? But God is good. God got a way of helping us, helping his people, helping the people in need. So, and humble. Stay humble as you can. Don't put the cart before the horse. Even if you think you know something more than somebody, just take it in. If somebody got a whole lot to say, take the good, throw away the bad. Just words of wisdom from an older guy. So we going to get out of here. We thank you for coming on the Brown Neighborhood Podcast, but God is the one. God is the one that make a way out of no way. That's real there. He had made a way for me because there's a time I didn't have no way. A lot of times people be like, oh, you always had it good. It ain't always been good. But I kept hope, faith, courage, and all those things. So to God be the glory, and we're going to say, God, thank you for the Browns Neighborhood Podcast. Until next time, we out.